Thank you all for your presence today, and we have what I hope will be a non-contentious, relatively short but meaningful markup today in this committee. I'm appreciative of the opportunity to now chair the Veterans Committee. I would recognize my predecessor and our former chairman, Johnny Isaacson, and again commend and congratulate him on his tremendous service to the people of Georgia and to veterans across the country. Thank you. And to welcome Kelly Loeffler, who has become the new United States Senator from Georgia, and welcome her to the Committee on Veterans Affairs. While I'm complimenting and commending Senator Isaacson, I would express my gratitude for the friendship and working relationship that the ranking member, Senator Tester, and I have had on this committee and others. John and I have the unusual circumstance of serving, we each serve on 5 committees. They happen to be the same 5 committees. And so I've been unable to extricate myself from John Tester on most everything. I wasn't bragging, I was lamenting. I would express my belief that this committee, well, a lot of momentous and contentious and historic things go on in the United States Senate, as we've seen for the past few weeks. I hope this committee will continue to be a haven of bipartisanship and camaraderie and working together. I often think of in the times that are challenging for me as a United States Senator, I'll put on my walking shoes and maybe they're running shoes and go down to the Lincoln Memorial. And if you make that trek, we all know you pass by the World War II Memorial and by the Vietnam Wall, and you come back by the Korean War Memorial. And it's this reminder to me that while sometimes we forget what's important, those who served our country served for purposes unrelated to Democrat or Republican. And I will do everything I can to see that this committee remains that place where we put veterans well above the partisanship. I don't expect us to always agree on everything, but I don't know any reason that this committee can't be an agreeable place in which we work to find consensus and common ground, a point in which we can rally on every occasion. Senator Tester and I have had several meetings as we began my new chairmanship. I have set out as a number of priorities for me as the chairman. At the top of the list for policy consideration is mental health and veteran suicide prevention. And our markup today will in large part reflect that. I would tell you that the bill that exhibits that issue, those issues, is one that Senator Tester introduced and I co-sponsored as his primary Republican sponsor months ago, perhaps more than maybe about a year ago. And so again, this bill reflects the priority of these issues to us and reflects the desire to make certain that what we do is done in a way that can be supported by members of this committee. With that, I would say that an additional component of my desire in the way I chair this committee is that every member of the committee my priorities are not necessarily everybody's priorities, although I doubt that we have any disagreement about mental health and veteran suicide. But my goal is to make certain that we give everybody around this table the opportunity to present their ideas, their legislation, and in fact, the bill that we're dealing with has now incorporated the amendments of many of you into the bill, so that not only are we talking about mental health and veteran suicide, we're introducing into that bill, the bill that Senator Tester introduced a year ago, ideas from others in the committee who wanted to make sure that their voices were heard on this topic. So I look forward to working with all of you and trying to make certain that we do our best to make certain that those who served our country are cared for. I had some concern that my job as a chairman might be to fix the VA or to fix every problem, and we certainly are interested in working to make sure that the VA is improving its performance. But I think the goal that I've set for myself is that in every way we can, we take the veteran where he or she is in life and try to make their life better allowing them to pursue their dreams the way they've allowed the rest of us in our country to pursue our dreams. And so I look forward to working with you to accomplish that goal. I also appreciate the relationship that we have with the various veteran service organizations that are represented here today and across the country, and we look forward certainly to the input and suggestions and advice from those who served and those who represent those who serve. So this morning, let me now turn to Senator Tester for his opening statement, and then we'll have a markup of about 10 bills and 1 confirmation. And I think there's a general understanding of how this might proceed, but we'll take each item as it comes.